Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Lee, Lee, can you hear us? Lee, can you hear us? But anyway, going to be a bit different for some people. This is not the normal show. 12th man is unavailable, and we all wish him all the best in the world. But it's just we're going to try and do something. We're going to try and do it ourselves, hoping that a lot of people come in, so it can kind of fill in the gaps for me. Because yeah, it's his show. So you know what I'm trying to. I'll try and think what he would normally do, but like it's going to be a Spurs preview, I suppose, more than anything else. It's going to be. I don't know how long it'll be. It'll be whatever it is, but we'll do what we need to do. We'll do what we can do, and we'll try and go. We'll do the whole predictions and lineups and all that. But hopefully, we have. I was just on Fozzie's stream there with JK. Um, on there with JK and Fozzie, obviously. He was that was a good show. I think I was on there once a long time ago, but Fozzie was on there anyway, and JK was on there, so hopefully JK will be able to come on later or at some point. But yeah, I think I don't know really. Nolante, I hope Nolante can be here. I don't know if you're here, Lee. I can't hear you anyway. If you are here, but I'll go through the usual. I'll wait for it to warm up a little bit. Red armchair is here. Yeah, it feels weird. It's not my channel. Lee, are you there? Let me know if you are there, Lee, and you are talking or whatever. Maybe if you want to leave and come back out, or because it's just me at the moment. But I think we've got strong. Yeah, we've got some good news against this Tottenham side. Basically, if we're talking about injuries, they basically the only injury we have is Gomez, and basically everybody that's ever played for them is injured right now. I think their entire backline is out. They're even talking about Jed Spence potentially playing as a centre half for them alongside Archie Gray tomorrow, which is yeah, we need to go and take Barney. How are you? It won't. There is no. You haven't accidentally started watching my channel. This is definitely Liverpool 12th man, but unfortunately, there is no Liverpool 12th man at the moment. So, if we're, he just hasn't been putting the work in and training, so we've had to drop him out for a few games, let him sit in the stands for a while. But no, but we're going to try and do maybe what he would normally do. Again, Lee, if you can hear me, if you can't, uh, yeah, just let me know, or you can type it in the chat, Lee, if you are listening or watching. But you're in the studio, or well, you're on the show basically. So, what he, what 12th man would normally be doing would be like a thing, right, with the team. So what's that thing called? Is a lineup builder or something? Lineup builder, I think they call it. So it's pretty easy to do this one. Yeah, I've seen people use this. So I think all you have to do is type in like Liverpool or whatever. No, I don't think you even need to do that. I think it just gives you the thing. Get rid of the ads. Yeah, as if they're going to be gone forever. Uh, Formation. How do you go with the formation? How do you do that? Sorry. Let's flip players. What does that mean? Uh, Sorry, this is going to be terrible for anybody watching. Yeah, we're not doing a good job here tonight. We're not doing a good job at the moment. So until I figure out how to use that thing, uh, yeah, Lee's gone. So Lee, if you need to drop out and come back in, I can show that thing and see how that's showing up on the screen. Yeah, we can do that thing. There he's back now. Yeah. So
sorry, mate. I think the microphone was turned off. You couldn't hear me. I was talking like. But...
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I had a feeling you were. I was just saying that you weren't even the thing that, like, if you're.
No,
the thing
I looked at
pulses.
it like
Your thing pulses
mute,
when you're talking.
Yeah, it was something I'd done beforehand and caused it not to be.
How do you change this?
Mate.
No, you're cool. How do you change this thing to a 4-3-3? Does anybody know? Like, we can do it in a 4-4-2. But I'd like to know how you change it. If anybody in the chat knows, oh, I get it. It's up here, right? It's probably up here somewhere. Would it be that? Yeah, it's that. Okay. 4-3-3. No. Don't change. Scroll down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can see that. Everyone can see that. Yeah. I'll leave that there for a while before we start anything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we'll do, because that's what 12 Man would definitely want to do, a kind of a team. So trying to imagine what way he would do it rather than what we do, kind of start with some news maybe. I've never used that lineup builder thing before. I see the other one people always use, but they move those little icons and make them obvious what they are.
I think we'll go with a really strong team in this game. I don't think there'll be much resting, although some of us might like us to do a bit of resting. I don't think there'll be a lot of resting in this game. Like, I think he will go for like one of his best lineups.
Yeah, I think it's going to be stronger than people expect. I think we get, like, their obvious two, I think, will be the people who played it every week or every cup game, which is Keller and Endo. They'll definitely come in. I don't think there's any, to me, that's an obvious one. So then, but I don't imagine, like, other than them, there'll be like wholesale, kids coming in or anything like that. I reckon Bradley will start over Trent, Simicas over Robbo, but they'll all be the people that are coming in. They're not going to be kids. They're going to be just other first teamers. So any team we put out right now, the only player we have right now is Gomez. That's it. We've a fully fit squad to pick from. So
I'm worried about us resting players for the supposedly upcoming bigger fixtures. But this is a semi-final, and I do like the League Cup. I've always liked the League Cup. I don't think it's that much less than the FA Cup these days. The League Cup. Pep Guardiola certainly didn't think so, did he? I mean, the fact that he's won it so many times since he comes to England tells you that it's something worth winning, doesn't it?
Yeah. Nalante, welcome to the show. Welcome to 12 Man's show.
Yeah, big up, Bri, yourself, Lee, as always, and the chat. Good evening to everyone.
Hi, mate.
You got any start with the lineup, potential lineup?
Well, no, I just have it up there to kind of take the focus off the fact there's no one on camera.
My focus is on the Accrington game now for wrestling players. I don't think he'll do it for this. I think he'll go strong for this, Arnie. I hope he's because I just wanted to get back to winning ways and put in a really good performance after that debacle at Anfield against United.
Yeah. We're still feeling the after effects. Although we all took it as a loss, but it's still weird that out of all of this, we only drew, we only lost. But that's the high standards we've done this season. So against them, so yeah. again, in terms of the lineup, I hear what you're saying, Lee, and I'm sure Slot will play something more to a strong team. But yeah, Cedric's one of the real ones. Big up, man. I'm ready for life. Bernie, all of you in the chat. I'll still rest. I'll still. Well, he's not going to rest all the players, but I'll still rest the majority of the team, for my opinion, for the League Cup, and have the big hitters on the bench if needed. For me, like I said, with this League Cup, we've dominated it, and I'm again. Of course, I want to win the game, but I'm not too fussed with it. I'd rather more an FA. I'm always an FA Cup man over than a League Cup, really. But again, I doubt it. But I personally would rest for half the team and leave some of the big hitters on the bench if we need them.
JK, we just went through a fairly strong lineup on Fozzie's show. I think, you can make changes, but you'll be making changes where that's Endo, Simicast, Bradley, Kwanzaa, Elliott, maybe R. Jones, maybe coming into the midfield. But you're still going to have, I think, a VVD. You're going to have a Salah. You're going to have either a Diaz or a Gakpo. You're still going to have Diogo Jota. So I see us making changes, but I don't see it being like Scanlon or not Scanlon, Morton and like Neone and a load of other guys. It's a semi-final now. So when you look at the team that they have, like they're looking at potentially playing Jed Spence at centre half because that's all they have is him. It'd be him and Archie Gray.
What's happened to Goosen? Is the Goosen out?
They're all broken now. There's just a big pile of them in the corner. Dragoosen, V Van de Ven, Romero,
yeah.
Pedro Porro is out. Literally everybody that would normally
Porro's out as well. Is it?
Or not Porro? Udogie is out.
Yeah.
The left back. Pretty much they don't have any centre halves. They have no left back. They should be kind of there but we said that I said that with Manchester United. So I really don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mad one when you see the lineup they put out. It could be, I don't know, people you've never heard of in certain positions. So if we go strong, get a 2-goal lead coming back to Anfield, that game is done. Then you can rest some players. Well, not rest players, but make the same level of changes back then. But I think we could make 6 changes and still look like really strong. Like Keller and Endo are playing in all the EFL Cup games. That's not going to change.
Endo,
Bradley, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Do with Jones. Jones. I would rest one of the front three mid-pairs. Yeah, I mean, I'll be the only one who say this, and it's not going to happen. I know. I'll put Sal on the bench if I'm honest.
Yeah, we all know what's going to happen, though.
Yeah, I know, but me personally, I wouldn't start Salah if I'm honest. But I know that's just me anyway.
Well, we can agree on that. It's nonsense now. Yeah. I'm going to make this guy's the right back. Do we all agree on Bradley then?
Yeah, I do.
Lee, would you be starting Bradley? JK, starting Bradley? Are you starting Trent?
I'd start Trent.
JK?
Yeah.
I would start Trent to give him a game again after that nightmare.
Oh, that's deadlock there then. So
the chat.
That's 2-2. So it's down to the chat now. It's over to the chat. Trent or Bradley? Trent or Bradley? Ain't no other option.
Let's Bernadette and Cedric. And 12 man, bro. Hope you're cool.
Nobody. Bernie, Trent or Bradley, Trap Joe, Trent or Bradley, Cedric, Trent or Bradley. We need someone to break the tie, you know. First shout in. I'll make it easy for you. The first person to get a shout in wins it. I would have thought it was hands down Connor Bradley. Trent. Oh, Bernie. I have to look. I have
Okay.
to delete. I was almost finished typing Bradley and everything. Shocking.
Bernie stepped up.
Okay.
Oh, Red Arm just said Trent as well. Okay.
Okay. Well, what's your We'll go left back. What's left back?
Personally, Simi for me.
Same for me. I mean, if we don't all agree on Simicast, I'll be JK Lee quickly. Simicast.
No, I'm going to
Robbo.
go Robbo for this one.
Contrary old bastard.
What I think's going to happen. If it's what I think's going to happen, I think it'd be Robbo.
JK.
Simicast for me.
Yeah. Okay, that's done now. 3-1.
Yeah. There you go, Brian. You're about to throw the paper in the bin to pick it off.
All the way, spelling Simicast. Yeah. Okay. Right now, this will be interesting.
Yeah.
First centre half. All
right. Well, we might as well just put him in straight away. VVD is going to start.
Yeah, I think he's going to start.
Yeah, he is. If Gomez was fit,
disagree. And if he doesn't think on the JK Lee, don't think.
Virgil for me as well. Yeah,
I think Virgil will play. Yeah.
Oh, they just has him in Virgil. We're all happy with VVD then. Okay, so this is the interesting one. So, what do we think alongside VVD in the middle? I'm going Kwanzaa. Yeah, I'm going Kwanzaa. Yeah.
And what could happen? And sorry, Brad, before the other guys answer, what could happen if they do that? Then VVD won't play or against Accrington, and then it could be Ibu and Kwanzaa or whatever.
Yeah.
I know, JK, you went with Kwanzaa earlier. You're still going with Kwanzaa?
Yeah.
Lee, you happy with Kwanzaa?
No, I think it'd be Ibu.
You've lost 3-1 again anyway, so yeah, you got a Kwanzaa in the chat as well from Bernie. Yeah, I think Fozzie made a good point earlier on, didn't he, Lee? That or JK, that ever since the Ipswich game, Kwanzaa hasn't fully rebuilt his confidence. He's been shaky really ever since, hasn't he? He's not the old, kind of ice cold Jarrell Kwanzaa.
We haven't really seen him, have we, to make that judgment? We haven't seen him for more than a part, and have we to really make that judgment?
Well, like the last time he played, the last time he's played, he looked good. So
yeah, exactly.
That was probably his best he's played all season in the games he's had. He looked really chilled and stuff. So I'm giving him a game tomorrow. He needs games.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not saying don't start him because of it, but we can see we're definitely trying to rebuild them back up. So I think tomorrow could be a great game for him.
Yep. So it just depends, like, if they want to give Konate more game time. But for me, out of them two, I'd rest Konate. Maybe give him a kickabout in the FA Cup game and get him ready for Forest. Konate.
Yeah, I think it's too soon to have played Kwanzaa or to have played Ibu in that game, and he looked like he was running in cement at the end to try and throw him back in here. I think, give him that week. Probably play Kwanzaa for me again in the FA Cup, and just get Ibu back into the league. Work it that way. But this has kind of landed nicely for us because it's given a chance to get some guys in. This is a great time for Bradley to come in and get some minutes. Well, I know we have Trent in to pick there, but and Kwanzaa too, and also Simi. You know, I think it's a lot of change. The major changes I think will be in the back line, right? Even if people don't get the trend pick, because there is a good shout for Bradley. You could be looking at basically, other than VVD, a whole new back five. And they're all the boys that need minutes.
With it being the away, like, I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think he's going to do that in the away, like, especially after he's just had that result against United as well. He's smarting from that, isn't he? Like, you hate him there.
This fucking guy. Not you, by the way. I bet it's that one, is it? Yeah. Now, you happy now, Joe? You happy now? I switched them just for you, Joe. I switched them just for you. See? This is the people's channel. You ask and you get. I switched them. I also don't like this, though. I prefer when I look at lineup booze, you know, for like I think the goalkeeper should be at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
how
I know. Way
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Up, yeah. I hear what you're saying, Brian. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, the goalkeeper should be at the bottom of the screen and the striker should be at the top. I don't like the way it points down the way. It's not normal to me. But, you know, deal with it. For some reason, they changed it to this. So, yeah, I think we can all... Oh, well, Christ, I've said this already. Okay, Lee, I'll go to you first. Lee, do you think Endo is going to play tomorrow?
No. Not from the start, anyway.
Okay. So who do you think is going to be in the 6?
I think it'll be Gravenberch.
I think you're just doing this on purpose now. Nalante, who do you think is going to play in the middle? Endo, Grav, Matt,
Endo.
Tom.
Endo. 4-2-3-1, Endo.
JK?
For me, Endo as well.
Chat. It's Endo for me as well. So it's another 3-1 for Lee in his rogue call defeats. But yeah, because Endo has played every minute. I think he's going to do the thing that Klopp did, basically, where like Kelleher is like, "No, you're my cup keeper," and he told Endo, like, "You're going to play, dude. Like, you're not going to play for me." It wasn't good news. Basically, he sat Endo down and said, "You're not going to play for me in the league." And when I say you're not play, you mean you're not going to be in the team unless 10 minutes ago or 4-0 up. So he gets all those games. I think that was just a promise given to him. I think Keller is the same. So to me, they're the two ones that are nailed on.
Was it written into the contract, though? Into it was it say until the semi-final?
Yeah, in blood.
Hasty.
In blood. Yeah, it was written in blood. In Japanese. In Japanese.
When the manager
script,
has a chance of putting his hand on a trophy.
With the tip of the sword, you know, a samurai sword, you know, a Scouse samurai sword. It was written in blood on the tip of that. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying, and it will be interesting call actually, because I am working off that kind of assumption, you know, that he's doing.
I would like us to be able to deal with them without playing all our best players, but I don't think we can. Actually, you know, last time out was a chastening warning for us, wasn't it? Like, it was just like, fucking hell.
Fuck's sake.
Must do better next time.
How can Endo not be top when you type in Endo? That's stupid. Right, well, Endo wins anyway. Look at him with his little 12-year-old face, even though he's like 31. Typical Japanese, man. Right, where are we? Max.
Big up, Max. Hello, Max. Big up. Love to the family.
See, that's it, Mark. If you'd been earlier on and you'd gotten your Bradley vote in first, we might have won it because we had 2 for Bradley here, and then went 2-2, and then next thing you know, Trent gets a shock victory. As far as I'm concerned, a shock victory in that poll. Sorry, make that go away. Yeah, okay. Nobody else. So, beside Endo, then first, say the guy that's going to be the 8 as opposed to 10. Who are you going to have in the 8? Oh fuck, sorry, Nolante. Who are you having in the 8?
He's going to be
the 10.
the 10. Okay. Well, because of the way, I mean, I don't think it'll be this formation, but I'll just do the three
Well,
that's on
I
there.
can change. it because I don't know. I think you're right. It'd look better in the 4-2-3-1.
Mm,
Do that now. There it is. Yeah.
lovely chocolate.
Yeah. So
Lovely
who's that
chocolate
guy?
bar.
Basically, who's this guy? Who's this
It's
guy
going to be
here?
the Argentinian maestro, Mac Dade.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, I don't think so too.
Okay.
I don't think so too. But I might change my mind now. The more I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I let Lee. Lee, who do you think is going to be his partner in that little area there?
I'm changing my mind about resting players now. So Elliot gets the northern centre midfield with Endo.
No, but in this little area here where I'm wiggling the thing, if you look at the screen, that thing and beside Endo, not in the number 10, in the kind of the deeper midfield role. Or do you want Elliot to play in that
Yeah, go on.
double pivot?
I'll
Okay.
go with my choice. I'll go with my original choice. It's Elliot and Endo in the middle.
Okay, but who's going to be in the number 10 then? Ahead of them in the midfield 3. So you got 3 midfielders. So who are your 3 midfielders? Let's just work it that way.
Simicast.
Lee. Okay. JK. JK. Who for you? Who's in the double pivot for you, JK? Alongside Endo. Delante has Mac.
Okay,
I
I
think
have
Dom.
Sabotsalai.
Yeah. Okay.
Sabotsalai.
I have Dom as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if Lee is being serious yet. If he wants to add in one.
No, I think Dom's going to play in the 10. I
Dom.
think we
Okay.
will go to our strongest team, like Ish.
So,
And there's variants like in the fullback areas. Bradley might play, Simicast might play, but I think he'll go strong everywhere else. Pretty much like and go for like the first 11 as we know them so far. Hitherto, the first 11 as we know them so far under Arnie will play.
I'm just wanting to say. Yeah. Okay. So in the number 10, JK ahead of
Elliot.
Dom and Endo, because that's what's happening in this team.
Elliot for me.
Okay, cool. He needs the game, so yeah, Dom. Yeah, that's the thing. Basically, yeah, if Dom is past not sick, he's not injured, so he was just sick. So this is basically dependent on him. But in the press conference, they said that the only player who isn't available is Gomez. So this is working on the proviso that he is available. Basically, because otherwise we go, well, he might be. Yeah, so we're just on the assumption that he will be available. It's because it's not like I said, it's not he's an injury. He had a bit of a cold or whatever. If he's that way, then assuming that he's available for selection in this lineup.
It's not a bad thing at all that we can talk about resting players in a game this important, is it?
So, Nolante, your pick for number 10.
Well, Dom's playing next to Endo in the 8, further back. Yeah. Then it's got to be Elliot. Has to be.
JK?
Elliot has the 10, yeah.
Yeah. Lee, it can't be Simicast. He's playing left back.
Yeah, I'll go for Dom in the 10.
He's playing in the 8.
Can he play both of them? He can play both positions.
I'm putting
He's
in
been
Elliot.
rested for a while. He can play both positions, can't he?
Yeah, sorry, mate. You've lost your. Yeah, I'm putting in Elliot. He can't play in both positions. Not in this game. You have to pick one. So we've got Elliot in there because we had 3 votes for him anyway. So on the right wing, in the Mo Salah position. In the Mo Salah position, who do we suppose, or are we assuming?
The man himself, none other than Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king. Why wouldn't he play in this game?
You got one for Chiesa from Max. pretty much everyone else is Mo Salah. You're Mo Salah. I'm Mo Salah. Nolante, you're the only holdout so far. What's your shout?
Do you tell him Mr. Man Chiesa? Probably one, but I'll go with Chiesa.
Okay, but you knew you were losing anyway, like 6-1.
Yeah, I
so-
know. Yeah, I know. So there's no point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I disagree, but yeah.
But
so
no,
it's
I
fine.
needed to get your shout in anyway.
Yeah,
But you would start Chiesa, so you may as well discuss
I would.
why.
Yeah. No, I personally, I just think I know people would say the FA Cup, but I just think Mo needs a bit of a rest, and this is one thing I've said throughout the start of the season, and it's the Man United game. He wasn't at his usual self, which is understandable, and I just feel it's better for him. Like Tottenham are going to be, but Tottenham are weak, really weak, and he needs to be. He could be on the bench to make an impact for me. And Chiesa, he badly needs to start, man. And he's been fit for the last 2 to 3 weeks, and he can do a 60 or 50 or 60, and then we can use Mo if needs be. So that would be my thing.
Yeah, look, if he had gotten minutes against Manchester United, I could see it. Because I'd be all for trying something for an hour and then bringing Mo on. I'd be all for that. But yeah. I just he hasn't got the minutes yet. And it's just Mo's that machine. Yeah, ideally we'd be able to do it without him, but I don't think we will. This one I think is a much more interesting or much more kind of up in the air one. On the left wing, I mean, you could stick Chiesa on the left. Diaz, Gakpo. What's the feelings there? What are your feelings there? Say, Lee, do you have a preferred left winger tomorrow night?
Yeah, Chiesa could be a different one. I think we've got 4, haven't we? We've got Diaz, Gakpo, Jota, Nunes can also play left wing. Why not play
no,
Chiesa there for the match?
Yeah, I knew he was going to. No, don't. No. Not Nunes. Not Nunes on the left. Please.
You in a death wish.
Just for old time's sake.
Well, it is Spurs, so maybe the chaos would go down well. Who knows?
Pedro Porro versus Darwin.
Oh, not on the left. I don't want Darwin straight through the middle. Not on the left.
Darwin would probably jump into him or something and attack him before he even got to get to grips with him as an opponent.
Yeah, one slight little tackle or something. He set the dynamite fuse anyway. But this is a pro Darwin channel, so I have to remember that. Yeah, where are we going? I think it's a Gakpo or a Diaz call. For me, Diaz back to the left. It may be on how kind of fit they are in training. It might be one of them because they're both playing a lot. So if it's
Diaz
if
came
he's
off
hooked up to both and one of them is a bit, well, there you go, So that to me probably says Gakpo will get some time off because he's starting in the Premier League every game now for me. So shift Diaz out. That'd be my call anyway. Diaz would be my call. Lee, you're saying Chiesa, Nunes, Gakpo, Diaz.
Yeah, stick Nunes there for me.
JK.
Don't want him to be the centre forward in this match, so stick him on the wing.
Go with Diaz
JK.
on the left.
Go with Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz.
2 for Diaz. Sorry, Nolante, you confirm.
Yeah, Lucha. Yeah, Diaz. He needs to redeem
doesn't
himself. If I'm honest, back on the left wing where he's his best position. So yeah. That Gakpo can sit on the bench. He's the man in form, Gakpo. So yeah, Diaz needs to redeem himself back on his wing normal position.
Okay, that's done. That is done. Now, I just like everybody else. I'm sure cannot wait to find out who wants or who Lee wants playing centre forward. But we'll leave that one for the end. So for me, now look, let's just look at it as it is. Probably make it easier. Is that a bit better? Oh, that's the wrong side, idiot. Yeah,
That's
that's
all.
just about fits them all. That bet fits them all. Then.
Yeah.
We got Kelleher, we got Trent, Kwanzaa, VVD, Simi, Dominendo, Mo on the right, Diaz on the left, Elliot in the 10. That's solid. You know, you're making changes. You're giving certain people a rest. Even say also if you added in a Bradley in case Trent doesn't start, which I don't think he's going to start. But anyway, you're making changes, but you're not throwing out a terrible kind of, oh God, who's this guy? Who's that guy? Where'd they get him from? There's no Mortons or Neonis or Beck, the guy that came in at left back recently, the new guy, young guy came onto the bench. I mean, I've forgotten his surname. Oh, he was on the bench in the last couple of games.
Scanlon?
No, not Scanlon. There's another guy.
Tallow?
No. Nalo's centre half. This guy's a left back.
On our bench?
Yeah, he's a young kid that came in on the bench in cup. Norris, that's the guy, Mark. Thank you, Norris. That's him. Yeah, he's been on the bench in a couple of squads recently. Yeah, no, not he's a left back. This guy Norris is a left back. So there's not going to be a Norris or Diallo or Neoni in this team, but we can still rest a lot of players, in my opinion. You know,
yeah, none of them. Yeah,
you know, without need to bring in those guys. You know, not anything against those guys, but this is a League Cup semi-final. You know, this ain't no jokes. At this stage, you may as well go win this thing. You know, especially against a Spurs team that's literally like if we had Spurs, man, if we had Spurs injury list right now, I mean, we'd be up in arms. Like most of their entire back line is out. You know, we'd be like, this ain't right, this ain't fair kind of thing. So we should just go there and go, sorry about your troubles, lads, but here's 4 goals.
Did anyone care what happened to us in our title defence?
With Henderson and Wijnaldum at left at centre
didn't.
half. Yeah.
No, so I don't care for them either.
That's how it should be. How it should be, Lee. So, well, with that said, put in the chat, people. Put it in the chat. You've only got one position left. You want to vote on? You got Nunez. You got Diogo, Geza, Gakpo, Dans. That's pretty much all of them. For me, it's straight choice, no problem. Diogo Jota. For me, that's the one. But I think it's also between that.
Whoever it is needs
Leffing
to be
and
good
number
in the air, and Jota isn't bad in the air.
He's
On
brilliant
a
in the
scale
air.
of 1 to 10, Jota's quite good in the air, so he should be
Jota's brilliant
the
in the air.
main man. The main man, the connection shouldn't be for that side, because Diaz and Salah are going to go on the outside, like, and put loads of crosses in, and he's going to gamble on which one is and which one isn't.
He's one of those guys who is probably on average smaller than almost everybody else on the pitch, but he's got that timing and that leap where I think he's probably the best header of the ball in an attacking situation at our club. I think I don't think it'd be unreasonable.
Footy, isn't it? Like being able to be good in the air. That's what
Lee, I don't think it would be. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, he learn off this and learn off that." I mean, you can learn if you're not good. You can only learn so much, you know. But I think, to me, I wouldn't be surprised if he did learn from Ronaldo in terms of how he does. You know that whole thing where he learned his
Crafty
hang time.
anti-Portuguese players. That was a
Yeah, the amount
crafty
of
ball from Bruno to put Lissandro in. They are good anti-Portuguese players.
no, I wouldn't be surprised if Jota learned some of Ronaldo's heading technique. And Ronaldo kind of had this thing where he could hang in the air, jump, and I see that in Jota, where he can
They
hang
know
up in
all the
the air.
stuff, don't they? They tend to know all the stuff, don't they, Portuguese players? And the cheating as well. Oh, God, they're terrible at that, though. England played Portugal. I think it was like 2006. It was the Euros or some bollocks. And was it Ronaldo got bloody Rooney sent off? It was his teammate, and he was
The
laughing at
Wink
the
Cup.
camera and that after he'd done it.
Oh yeah, the Wink Cup. Oh yeah, I remember
wink.
that. Like, yeah,
The
the
wink,
little
the
wink. Yeah,
infamous
yeah,
wink, the
little
wink
wink.
seen
Yeah.
around the world.
Yeah. The golden generation, as they call it.
Those golden generations, man, they never win anything, do they? Belgium's golden generation.
Yeah.
Number one in the world for like 4 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
98%.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Never won it.
Hazard.
Never got past
Yeah.
the semi-final.
Yeah. It's all right.
Golden
Greece was
generation.
one of my
My
favourite
ass.
ones. Greece's shock win in the Euros with
Oh,
that.
Greece so
Yeah.
horrible, man. Yeah. I couldn't
But
start.
before-
Fair play.
You remember the guy,
Yeah,
the
play.
striker who was the spearhead? He was the guy, the 1-0 guy, Angelos Haristeas. Angelos.
Yeah, he played for I think Panathinaikos. Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
or nothing like, but it got the job done, didn't it? It was a mad one, that one in Greece. But fuck me, mate.
before we
England
go-
have never won the Euros, like, and I'm an Englishman. England ain't won that, mate.
Before any ditch, can we pick a striker? Because we got an incomplete team here. So I'm going Diego Jota, JK.
Jota as well.
Who's your starting striker? Lolante.
Jota.
This is a tricky one. Oh. Do I want to be of chaos?
Chaos at the lane.
Yeah.
Chaos brings chaos. It actually rhymes a bit, that,
Yeah.
Chaos brings chaos. We need a great big target man up front like Haristeas. So I reckon we stick Nat Phillips. I reckon we stick Nat Phillips up front.
Okay, thanks, Lee. Okay. Lolante.
You know what? I feel like a bit of chaos, but let me go with the gun, man. He's got the game's minutes under his belt. So Jota the Shotter.
Okay, finally. Sanity prevails.
Who was that fella who used to play for Leicester? And he was like Greece's captain or something in the Euros. It was like Ristidas or something, his name. I don't know what it was like, but it was a Greek name.
I think you're talking about Leeds. I think his name's Sagoris, something like that. It begins with it. Sagoris, yeah.
That's him. He used to play for Leicester, and he was quite good in midfield for Leicester. I was watching like a video about it. Sorry, guys. The manager was that German guy, and he come in and went, "Yeah, I can make a team that can do good." And fuck, it was dead easy for him, wasn't it? Like the way they just done it, and that Czech team was just, it was amazing. It was like that Holland team that never won the World Cup. It was brilliant, that Czech team, and that Greek team just like, no, we're winning this. It's fucking weird, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that team against that's me typing in chat, by the way. That's not 12 man. That team, what's that going to do against Tottenham? We got to get you can't do a team prediction without a score prediction. So what's that team going to do against Tottenham?
I don't know, but
or the hot
given
Spurs
United's
that have
performance
any
against
disappointment.
Liverpool in that game, do you think Amarim could be getting the Portugal job soon?
Lee, what do you think this team is going
No,
to
I'm
do?
scared of him now. I want him to go away. I want him to get the Portugal job because I'm scared now of what he might do as a Man United manager.
Do you know how much you get paid to manage Portugal? Basically, fuck all compared to what you get paid to manage. Yeah, he ain't leaving Man United, man. So, what would be when you look at that team? What are you thinking results wise against Spurs?
With that
What's your
team,
score prediction right there? If that
well,
played,
if Dragusin isn't playing and it's only
no, he's
us
out. He's
three
out. He's
and
out.
some fella I've never heard of yet, even, I think we'll
Jed
win.
Spence. Jed Spence, apparently.
Jed Spencer, do you know he did the job? Bit of a job on Solid in that game. Actually played
Yeah,
well. Spence in that
he's a
game.
right back though.
Yeah, he's
He's
a
a right
fullback.
back,
Yeah, him and
and he's
us
an
three
attacking fullback.
together as a back four. Is your doggy still out?
No, oh yeah, he's out. It's basically everybody that is a defender for Spurs is out.
This is why I think
Even
we should
both of
play
their
our
goalkeepers
strongest
out.
lineup and just lob loads of goals in.
Yeah, but they've just bought this new guy. They just bought a goalkeeper like this week, and because the guy that came in to replace the guy that's out is now injured as well. This kid is going to play. The guy they bought like on Monday is going to be starting against us.
Let's say we went there again
That's
and
going to be their
won
goalkeeper.
6-3. The game still wouldn't be out of sight, would it? If we went there again and the result was repeated 6-3, we still wouldn't be out of sight. So if we're going there to make it out of sight, we might as well play our strongest team.
But if we play this team, what result do you think it will get? Do you think that's a good enough team to beat Tottenham?
No,
And if so,
I think we get beat. I think we get beat with
really?
that team. Yeah. Enzo, Dom, and Harvey in the middle. Yeah, I think we get beat with that side. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it'll
I'm not actually, to be
all
honest,
come
I'm not
crashing
actually.
down around our ears, and it'd probably be 6-3 to them if that was the side.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I'm not entirely mad about that midfield either. But it's just what I think. I wouldn't be surprised if I think it was Lante was shouting if it was a Endo will play, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mac played instead of Elliot. And Mac and Dom played in this game. I wouldn't be surprised. I think he will go. He will go strong. Yeah. Yeah. Just in case anybody thinks that was actually when that's not a comment from 12 man in the chat. That's I was just chatting on this, so post up as him. I'll have to switch to YouTube. But 12 man isn't here, just in case anybody's wondering. That was just me putting in a quick comment. Yeah, to me, that as a team, especially, the adjustments I would make to that team is I would have Bradley at right back, and I would have Mac in midfield. Whether Mac plays, like I'd be happy if it was Endo, McAllister, and Elliot. I wouldn't mind if Dom didn't play, but I don't know if he goes as strong as Mac and Dom starting. But I think Simi, Kwanzaa, they'll play, Keller will play, Endo will play. But I would go with I'm happy with Diaz, definitely Salah, Jota. I would go with that. But either or, I think again, get your score predictions in the chat, lads. Get your score predictions out there. And any little changes that you might make to the 11 that's on the team, any little switches you would make, put them in the chat. Let me know what your score is. Let us all know. Still giving us. It's mad because they've got all their attackers fit, but none of their defenders fit. I say 3-1. Still, I say 3-1 on it. Still say 3-1 on it, but There's something in the water down there. There really is something in the water down at that place where strange things happen in the neighborhood. So, Delante, JK on mute. If you're not just on mute or not actually out of the building, yeah, JK, what's your score prediction?
Say again, bro.
No, just the basic. What's your score prediction and what changes would you make to that 11?
Like
the 11 that's on the screen. Well, yeah.
For me, I'll pick in that 11. Yeah, I'm going with that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Score wise, like I said, 2-0 earlier, but it's Tottenham, so it could be like a 4-4 or something. Wild.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing.
Like for me, I'm happy with the 2-0. But let's see what goes on tomorrow. I'm really happy. I'm looking forward to it actually, because after the game on Sunday, I want a game to come quick. So everyone can stop talking about that game on Sunday.
Best thing about football, there's always another game around the corner, right?
There you go.
So, 3-2 Spurs. Okay, Daryl. Okay, Daryl. So, Cedric is going with it 4-2. Did I miss any? He's saying, Trent, you're having a laugh. Hey, look, I was a Bradley guy. We got outvoted, Daryl. Do unleash Bradley. I hope we get a win, but I'm saying 3-2 from Psychedelic Scientist, 4-2 Cedric, 2-2 draw for Mark. Mark thinks it's going to be one of those. 3-2 Spurs for Daryl, and we win the second leg 4-0. That'll be good. 3-1 from Jimmy and 3-1 from Bernie. I think that's all of them. Yeah, I think everybody has it, other than Daryl and Mark. Everybody has us winning it. Daryl has us losing it, and Mark has us drawing it. So yeah, confident all around. Confidence all across the board for a win at least. But the fact that it's away makes it a little bit awkward. And yeah, Daryl. Yeah, just nothing but love, man. Really, nothing but love. Yeah, you know how we all feel, man. Condolences, and like I said, there's nothing but love here, man.
Nice to see you, though. I hope you're well, man. Keep in touch, man.
Yeah. Yeah, like Barney is saying, and Jimmy, that's it. Yeah, man, you know what it's like in the chat. So
good people, man.
Yeah,
man, Daryl. We could look to see you on the show one day as well, man.
Yeah, you're always welcome, man. JK, you're a mod here. You can put the link into, or Bernie can put the link into my channel here. So, Daryl, if you're not subscribing to me, I go live almost every other day, and that channel is always open. So, if you ever want to, there's always a link in the chat to come in and join me. So, if you're ever you want something to do in the afternoon or something, I might be going live. You'll always be welcome to call in, man. JK is usually around. Delante, the usual crew. So yeah, if you can't come on here, we'd love to see you in there. Yeah, I think I'm happy enough with that. I think that's a strong enough side. I think I would kind of probably like to see Max in this game for some reason. I don't know why. It's just when I look at that mid on paper, I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's just I think the three kind of definite will plays are Kelleher, Endo, and Simicas. Those are the three guys that I think will definitely play. Other than that, I wouldn't be surprised if everything else was wrong in this, but Jota, I think this is a really good game for him. When you look at when you look at the state of their defense, man, it's really it's a game that's there to be won. You just lock it down decently, and we should be tearing that because like one injury, a yellow card, they need to change the formation. They have nothing to bring on. They won't have. Oh, what if like they start with these guys, right? That they're kind of cobbling together from half a squad. They bring and one of those hasn't played in a while. He's done after 60 minutes. What kind of? What they're going to be bringing on some 18-year-old defender nobody's ever heard of, or he's never played a game before in his life. That's what we're going to be looking. That's what they're going to be looking at doing. Absolutely crazy. I think there's a big win in this for us if we do it right. And they'll have all the excuses in the world. A brand new goalkeeper, no centre halves, no fullbacks. Jed Spence playing in the middle, or Gray playing in the middle. They got their Bentancur and Sarr midfield and all that, but get past that and go long. Do what Amorim did against us. Put that back four under pressure. Tell Ali start kicking it long. Tell Mo to get ready.
I would like us to make a few more adjustments to save legs in the Spurs game, but I'm not sure it's going to happen now. Like, I think he'd be wanting to play his best team more or less, like for this game. There's loads of positions. Like, he could make changes anywhere on the pitch, and this is what we just don't know with Arnie. We haven't had long enough of him to try and predict his decisions. But on his decisions so far, I think he'll play like a strong team for this. And I don't think Quanta Simicas will feature. I don't think Endo will feature from the start or Elliot. As for the front line, it's about time shot the start of the game. He should be fit by now. But I'm still happy for him to take time with Jota. If we can still win the game and he doesn't have to use him from the start, I'm good with that. But I would like to see him from the beginning.
Oh, he's got to start for me. This is a guy that I want back in the groove and back in match fitness as quickly as possible, because then we can just forget about trying to shoehorn Diaz into a number 9, false 9 position.
Yeah, it sharpens our attacking blade, doesn't it, to have Jota at the spear point, at the tip of it. Like,
yeah, that's exactly what you need, man. He can do things like, Diaz can do, a lot of what Diogo can do in that middle, but Diogo can do everything Diaz can do, and he's a better goal scorer. That's just a simple fact. Diaz is a better left winger than Diogo is a central player. That's not a shade on anybody. It's just you get him back in there. Not like no one's saying Diogo's never missed a chance, but he is more often than not pretty clinical.
Yeah, he misses.
And I just like how clever he is,
doesn't he?
But we're talking about instinct. Yesterday, we were talking about the instincts of players. Diogo Jota's instincts are to play centrally and get in those positions. That's just the way you are. Diaz is instinctually a left winger, wide player. Trent is instinctually not a defender, but he defends. He's always going to make those instant kind of mistakes because his first instinct isn't to defend. Diaz's first instinct isn't how to be a goal scorer. Jota is that guy that gives you that extra bit. It's just all his injuries with this guy. I think if he had been playing, if he'd only missed, say, 2 games in the league this season, I reckon we would have probably 8 more goals than we do right now. At least 7 or 8 more goals than we do right now. He'd have at least 5 or 6. Playing in this team, the way we've been playing, Diogo Jota would have a lot more goals than Diaz does, and then Darwin Núñez does.
It'd take the burden off Mo a bit, wouldn't it, to have him back?
He might even have 10. If he'd only missed 2 league games all season, you're telling me Diogo Jota couldn't have 10 more goals than he already does?
You can
Some
see
of the
how good a
performances he
player he
put
is,
up.
but I'm not saying his injuries were deliberate, like the way those two players fell on him. But you can see it when he's in the team, can't you? Did he opposition hate playing against him because he's so alive and alert in the
He's
box?
sneaky.
They're always looking to grab hold of him, kick him, whatever, like, and he's just got to try and avoid that, hasn't he?
He's really sneaky. He pops up all over the place. They don't like him, and he gets into places where he's not expected.
Yeah, it made me laugh. Shearer going all out on that pen he got against Newcastle. I've seen Shearer do that time and time again, mate. Where he goes through like, and then the keeper just about touches him and he goes over. And he was on Jota like, this was bollocks. This was shut up, man. Please shut up. Look at your own bloody record of doing that first, will you?
Yeah, winning a penalty 101 with Alan Shearer. That's how you do it, man. Contact. He's like, if Diego Jota was doing that in an England shirt in a World Cup semi-final, he's like, you have to do that. That's what you're supposed to do. You feel contact, you have to go down. But he does it against Newcastle. Well, guess what?
Jota likes his goals to look nice, and that sort of spoiled it, didn't it? That way the keeper got him. He was like, all right, this one's going to look nice. And I was like, what? Oh, fuck it, I'll go down anyway.
Yeah. So, Nalante, you're back in. That side, like we were saying, that team, what kind of result do you see that team getting?
Oh, a win. It's not it's like the Man United game. We put our line up to win that game. So again, if we don't win, there'll be no excuses. Pretty simple, really. I mean, yeah, I know a draw wouldn't be the end of a result or a loss, or like let's just say a 1-goal loss. And Isak, okay, sorry. The just in watching the Arsenal United Newcastle game semi-final as well. It's just a win, simple as, Brave.
If updates, please. Updates, please.
Oh no, so just started clicking off. Bruno's missing for Newcastle. It was just it's 3 minutes gone.
Give us the teams, man. Give us the teams. Yeah, give us the full teams.
Okay, so Arsenal's team is Raya, then Timber, Gabriel Saliba, and the youngster Skelly, and the midfield of the usual whenever free Party, Rice, Odegaard, then Martinelli, Shai Havertz, and Trossard, and Newcastle.
How strong is that? How strong is that? You're talking about us going strong. That is almost a full strength Arsenal side.
Yeah, well, they need a trophy, so yeah, you can't. Again, like you were saying, Brian, the semi-final factor. I think, regardless. So yeah, and then Newcastle, Bruno's missing, so they've gone with the Breaker in goal. Livramento's back. They've got Burn in there. They have Lewis Hall, and let me check actually who they else still.
Another centre half.
Yeah, I think they got Shaw. Let me.
Okay. You're gone there anyway. You're gone, Atlante, just in case. Can't hear you.
Sorry, Botman's in there. So Botman's there, and Arsenal got a corner. And then obviously Bruno's missing. So they've got Willock, Joe Linton, and Tonali. And then the front three that has done well for them the last couple games. They're on form Gordon, Isak, and Jacob Murphy.
Jeez, they're both on full strength pace. That's like a Premier League game. That is Premier League squads toe to toe. That is no resting anybody.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
would be surprised if we went equally strong tomorrow night.
Not really. No, I mean it's no in slot. Not really, if we're honest. But I personally wouldn't. But I don't think I'd be surprised if he's near enough strong. If I'm honest, but yeah.
But like you said, Nalate, they are Arteta or Arsenal. They might not want to admit it, but they are desperate for a trophy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They've been hanging that hat on the FA Cup he won with Emre's squad for about 5 years now.
Yeah.
You know, that's the last thing they won. It was the first trophy he won when he came in early doors, and basically most
Exactly.
of those boys are gone now. That was not his team. Like that when
Yeah.
he won that League Cup and he wasn't doing well in the league, everyone was saying, or all the Arsenal fans were saying, "Oh, but it's not his team. It's not his team. It's
Yeah.
Emery's team." But he won that League Cup with that team. But now, if you say to them it's embarrassing that they do, but they'll bring it up. Oh, he's won a trophy. It's like, oh, that's really cringy. You know, because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
back in the day you were saying, oh, you can't expect him to do well with this team because it's Emery's team. It's like, well, that's the last team that kind of won you a trophy. You know,
Okay.
he spent all that money since to improve that team. No, Mark 8, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Um, no improvement, like literally flatlining. You know, they were the ones who thought this year they were like Arne Slot, who? Yeah, Klopp's gone. They brought in this guy. We're the main dogs here now. We are the guys that like I was saying, if City have an off year, we can do it. They were the ones going, nah, second, we finished above Liverpool twice in the last 2 seasons. And they brought in some manager nobody's ever heard of. Arteta's had 500-600 million. Wow. You know, and now he's being literally schooled to death by Arne Slot.
Yeah.
You know, Arne Slot is showing him up what you can do with another man's team, as it were, that he wasn't. Oh, Arteta can't do well in the league because that's Emery's team. Well, Slot has come in. He's basically got Jurgen Klopp's team. Okay, better than Emery's team, but still another man's team.
Yeah.
Only got Mama and Chiesa. They ain't playing. So literally another man's team, and he's only
Yeah.
using half of it. But Arteta, he needs 600 million. You got to trust the process, lads. You got to trust the process.
Oh yeah.
Some
Yeah.
processes are quicker, aren't they? Some processes are quicker than others.
Yeah.
Their process is pretty freaking quick compared to that. So it makes a whole show of you need to give these guys time. You give them time. You bring in the right guy, they can get instant results. You give
Exactly.
Arne Slot now more backing, you know, a couple extra players here and there to fill in these. You know, he hasn't had any of his own
Yeah.
little bits and pieces. Imagine what he could do with that. But this idea that it's going to take years to do this, and you got like 72 million spent on this guy and that guy. Fucking excuses all over the place for these boys.
Yeah. Like
No,
I said,
the League Cup's big. It's a trophy. I was watching a video before League Cup wins from when it started, which was, I don't know, 76 or something, till 99. And Fergie's love affair with the League Cup was interesting when he was first Man United, and he hadn't won fuck all for like nearly 10 years. Sorry, 7 years. 7 years before he won something. And he was obsessed with the League Cup and still trying to get it. He got it a few times. The one that I buzzed off was like Ron Atkinson's Sheffield Wednesday beating him. I remember it at the time, and I was watching it before, like, and I was still laughing me cock off at it. Like, big attempts to win the League Cup were many, but I think he won it like 3 times. The stupid cunt.
Who? That was a bit of a send off. Who?
Sorry, League Cup memories featuring Fergie.
Oh, Fergie.
Early
Yeah.
Fergie, early years when Fergie still used to wear the what's that
red
thing
nose.
called? You know, a coat. It's like a
The
coat.
the club jacket. Yeah. The club crest
Yeah.
jacket. Yeah.
Fergie still used to wear
Old
it.
red nose. Yeah. Old red nose. Yeah. Great manager, but can't stand him. Old red nose. But yeah.
Mate, they were in it
Yeah.
more than I
No,
fucking
no
remember.
problem, Bernie. No
No, mate,
problem,
they were in the
Bernie.
League
Take
Cup
care.
final, but I forgot. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I gave up on
see you,
football in
Bernie.
the early
All right.
90s, like when that shit happened to Liverpool and that stuff, like with Fergie when they were on the rise and that. I forgot how much he was into it, and seeing his face, like when he like got beat in the finals, it was fucking brilliant. I love it. I love it.
Oh, bless you, Daryl. Like I said, sorry to hear that, Daryl. You know, obviously, you know, you did keep us informed, but yeah, all thoughts of the community and us on the panel with you, Daryl. And
Oh,
hang in there. Stay strong, Daryl, okay? Stay strong.
Yeah, and like I said,
Say on a
anytime you do
personal
feel like
level,
coming back
our
on it,
League
shout.
Cup final memories was Charlie Nicholas in 1987. I was in my mate's house, and we were like, I don't know, whatever age we were little boys, and we were watching fucking Arsenal Liverpool in the 87 League Cup final.
Oh yeah, 2-1.
Fucking Charlie Nicholas. Sorry to
Yeah.
swear, Charlie Nicholas in that game.
Yeah.
Two of the worst goals. That's the thing with Arsenal. Like, we always got fucking beat by Arsenal's in finals when I was a kid. Anything, if there was a trophy up for grabs, we got beat by them. But it's not the way anymore, is it? Like, that's not the way the world is forever.
And just to ask, that 1987 Cup final, was that Arsenal team under Terry O'Neill? Was it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It was Charlie Nick. Rush scored every game that Rush had scored. We won the game. Fine. Yeah, every game. It was actually every game Rush had scored in first. We won the game, and then they won because two Charlie Nicholas's goals. My mate who were watching it, he was a fucking Evertonian, this kid, like, and it was, you know the way it is when you're a kid. Evertonians, Liverpoolians, and it was Arsenal, Liverpool on the telly, and we got beat. I think it was one of the first times I ever got drunk, because I remember it was like a funny thing, because we discovered like getting drunk or something, like, and it was good. It was good. It was a good memory. Even though we got beat, I just liked it.
Oh, close. Yeah. But does anyone in the comments in the chat, even you guys on the panel, anyone funny Salah's response to Carragher on his Instagram page? Or was it Twitter?
Oh, Carrot, he's like Gary Neville's pet, like, isn't he now on Sky Sports? Carrot's turned into Gary Neville's pet, hasn't he? Do you remember that song Ben by Michael Jackson about a pet rat? That's what Carrot should do to Gary Neville instead. He should make him his pet rat. Ben.
Yeah, Lee. But Salah's response was quite funny.
He has turned quite bad Carrot now, like on Sky.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's too pally with Neville, isn't he, these days? It's horrible, like, isn't it? It's horrible to see. He comes from round here as well, Carrot. There's a fucking vibe to that as well. The lad's from around there. And he's best mates with Gary Neville live on TV.
Yeah. Things changing it once the playing days are over, then yeah, everything goes out the window.
I actually like Roy Keane, but I can't stand Gary Neville. There was an incident with Gary Neville apparently, like, where he come to Liverpool in his car or something, like, and when he was driving out the Albert Dock, some people like jostled his car apparently, like, and bumped up and down on it, like, these bloody scousers. That was funny. That was funny. Phil Neville's career on Merseyside was good. I really did enjoy Phil Neville while he was here. Do you remember his goalie save when Phil Neville jumped to the left and kept the ball out the goal and was rightly sent off?
Sorry, I had to drop out there for a sec. As have most of the chat by the looks of it. So, yeah, is there anything you boys wanted to bring up? We may as well keep this because this was kind of off the cuff, kind of Well, okay, there is a bit of a mad one, okay? There is a little bit of a mad one.
Come on, I'm still here with you, lads.
Apparently, and according to his dad, Elon Musk really wants to buy Liverpool.
I've fucking seen that before. I didn't know.
That's, I don't know what's worse, FSG or Elon Musk.
Well, as we
Exactly,
figured out
bro.
earlier on,
I'm sticking with FSG, bro. That's how
yeah,
bad it is. That's
for the
how bad
first
he is.
time in history, JK is actually backing FSG as being better than him. He said he would. He said if Elon Musk took over Liverpool, he would go to Everton and want FSG to follow. That's how hardcore JK got earlier
That's
on.
how I said it.
Incredible.
Can't have this guy anywhere near our club, man. No. Whoa.
He's the devil, isn't he?
He is.
I think he's the devil. Man.
Antichrist.
Elon Musk
For
is
real.
the devil.
I'm telling you
This
now.
guy can
I ain't
afford
scared.
to send rockets to space for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. Sorry,
Just
JK.
for no reason whatsoever. Just so he can show that he can bring him back down again and land him. And that costs billions.
FSG. Yeah.
So what's the son fella called? Is he called Errol? I had a mate called Errol in school. He's a lovely guy.
Okay.
He lived in a
I'm
nice
sure he
house.
was.
Big up for
He
that.
had those space
Big up
operas
yourself for that.
in the garden. Errol Budworth. My mate Errol was called in school. Errol Budworth. He lived in a nice house. Used to go to his house. And he had space operas in his fucking garden, Errol. Yeah.
Top lad, Errol.
Errol was all right. I knew him when I was like 14 and then just didn't see him again ever. But I remember him good. Errol Budworth.
Okay.
So Elon Musk, his dad, this story came out, and his dad was asked a question, and his dad basically said, "Oh, well, I'm not going to talk about that," and then just basically proceeded to talk about it for 2 minutes, talking about how much he'd love to buy Liverpool, because his grandmother is from Liverpool, apparently, and he likes buying things. Mainly was kind of the whole thing about it, and why wouldn't you want to buy Liverpool?
There was a boy called Jeffrey who tried to get off with Errol's bird, and me and Errol chased him, and Jeffrey pissed his pants and started crying. And I thought it was funny, but I'm not good at fighting me, but it was one of the funniest things I ever saw when I was a kid. It was Jeffrey pissing his pants because Errol was going to kill him.
Big up Robert in the chat. How you doing, Robert? I don't think we're quite over it, Robert, in terms of United result, but we'll get over it if we can win the first leg against Spurs.
Yes. Yeah, well, this is what we're talking about, Bernie. Like, he gave an interview on. It was like a podcast, well, not a podcast, but it was like filmed podcast kind of thing, but like Times TV. It wasn't a TV channel. It was like the Times newspaper, but like their internet channel or something. And he's been interviewed by them, like, about politics and shit. Like, he's into other shit, right? But so they were threw in this question about, oh, and by the way, we kind of have to ask. Apparently, your son is interested in buying Liverpool, and he gives out the most evil.
I didn't know he had some, but I do know he's called Errol now. I've come in on that Errol stuff. My mate Errol, when I was a kid, he had really bad acne. Errol Budworth, but it was like good. I had good mates, all mates when I was a kid. I talked to any fucker when I was a kid, and Errol was nice. I liked Errol, and we went out a couple of times and like with friends and all that shit. But I don't know where he is now, Errol.
Could be around the corner from Ely. Who knows? I remember said, "I remember when I used to, on my pants."
Yeah. So anyway, he gets asked a question, and they're saying, "Is it true? Like, your son is interested? Your son, being Elon Musk, the world's most evil billionaire, richest man in the world, the Donald Trumpy guy, does he want to buy Liverpool? Because that's kind of interesting to some people." And he gives out this incredible kind of like Bond villain laugh at the start. It's just weird. And then he
Yeah,
goes, I
that's a
can't.
weirdo as well.
Yeah, he says, I can't talk about that or the price will go up. That's the first thing he says. He's like, ha 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 ha. It's like, okay. And then proceeds to talk about it for 2 minutes without being asked the follow up question, saying, but of course he'd like to buy it. Of course he's expressed an interest in it. And then he starts talking about how his grandmother is from Liverpool. And then he talks about how they grew up with like some of the Beatles.
Oh yeah.
I hope he was from
Yeah,
round
it's
there.
like,
If he
okay,
was from
yeah, and
round,
then
if he was from Liverpool, I hope he was from round there. And I hope he knew like my friend Errol when we were kids.
Yeah. If he's from Liverpool,
Lee, go and find that brother, man. I don't know. Put a wanted picture up on the tree or
Yeah.
something. It's
yeah,
Errol, where
he's
are you,
probably lives
bro?
around the corner. JK, Lee doesn't know.
Yes.
He's probably he could be in the street as we speak.
Oh,
With other alias name.
is Musk's dad's name Errol? Was that why he started with Errol?
I
Then?
have no, it isn't even.
Oh, I thought his name was Errol Musk. You know,
It's
it's him, bro.
scumbag. I heard it's scumbag. His dad's name,
Oh.
scumbag
Musky.
Musk.
I
Musk.
remember Errol's
Yeah.
surname. It was Budworth, which is a good name, Budworth. What are you going to
That's
get?
an
out
old
of
school
it?
English name.
It's up
Yeah.
with
Errol's proper old school.
Bud, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we don't need him,
dangerous.
Bernadette. Like,
Dangerous.
I'm with you. I'm not happy with that. Like,
Nah,
he's
man,
proper into
you can.
politics, right wing, and that's not like for a club like Liverpool. You know, look at Twitter and X. You know, it's just
Oh,
gone into a political bloody app. You know, everything's right wing politics. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, that's because he unbanned all the lunatics that Twitter banned from being
Yeah.
kind of like lunatics. He unbanned them all and said, "Go have at it." But
Yeah.
like we were saying earlier on, like he loves to rename shit. So if he bought us, it wouldn't be LFC anyway. LFX. It wouldn't be just he'd change Anfield to like X Stadium or so. He'd just do
Of course.
stupid shit.
Yeah.
And then, like you're saying, you know, the easiest one or what happens? Who's his best buddy right now? Next thing you know, Donald Trump is going to be visiting
oh,
Anfield
what
to
a
watch
ball!
a game of
What a ball!
soccer. You know,
Yeah.
God, what like this is doomsday fucking scenario shit here. Because, like
That
you
is,
said
bro.
earlier on, man, it don't matter how much money you have in this day and age. You can't break the spending rules. You can only spend as much as your club earns. It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire. You can throw a few extra pounds here and there. But someone like him coming in, yeah, cool. PSR, man. Doesn't matter if you have 2 billion to spend on players. Your limit is 400 million. That's all you can spend. Ask Saudi. Ask the Saudi guys at Newcastle. They've all the money in the world. They had to sell players last summer to meet PSR. Doesn't matter how much money you're worth. So this guy would just come
Oh
in
wow!
and embarrass the whole club on a daily basis, ruin everything about it, and then leave it in flames probably. So
Yeah, but for
no,
me, the way they're
worst
looking
news
at
ever.
it, they're looking at it like this guy's got the money to buy whatever figure we give him,
Doesn't.
he'll pay it. You know, they're
Oh,
looking at the
well,
best buyout.
he can afford to buy the club. He can afford to buy the club, yeah. But if he thinks he can come in and win the league by spending his money, he hasn't checked the facts. You know, he can't just come in and be the richest guy in the room and go, "I'm going to buy everything." Now it's like,
It's
no, you can't.
PFR now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your limit is 400 million. That's all you can spend. He's like, yeah, but I got 8 billion to spend. It's like, yeah, can't spend it, dude. Ask the Saudis. They were that close to selling Anthony Gordon until Brighton came in and bought Minte off him, and Forest came in and bought Elliot Anderson off him. They
Yeah.
needed 60 million. They needed 60 million. They were that close to selling Gordon for 60 million because that's what they needed. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Forest show up and don't forget some other deals went the other way, by the way. But Forest show up and give him 30 million for Elliot Anderson, who they didn't want to sell, and Minte, who played under Arne Slot at Feyenoord, who they had just bought and did not want to sell. They had to do that to get their 60 million under the budget. And they're the Saudis, richest owners in the world. They had to sell players. Elon Musk ain't going to be able to come in and do his, oh, well, I'll be a disruptor and break the rules. Fuck off, dude. That ain't going to work here, man. That ain't going to work.
We don't need no Musk.
Nobody needs Musk. Like I was saying, he'd have all the people driving to fucking training in Cybertrucks. All the players would be driving Cybertrucks around the place. You know, you can imagine what the shit he'd try and come up with. Like, I've invented some AI to do this, so we don't need a manager. I've invented AI to do it. And he put a hologram of Kenny Dalglish on the touchline. You like this shit, right? You guys like Kenny, right? You know, come on, man, what a clown! This guy's a clown, complete and utter clown.
Do you know what? I've never known much about him until lately. Like, he's been in the news loads lately. Like, never like really knew anything about him. I knew he's like was the richest man in the world or some shit. Like, and I don't think he invented computers, but he's close to it, like, or something.
No, he didn't
I've only
invent
found
computers.
out about him recently. Like, he keeps coming up like recently.
Computers were well and truly invented by the time he was born. Like, he was inventing computers well and truly underway there by the time that guy was born. He's just insane, man. People are saying he's the richest guy in the world. It's only about 4 years ago when Tesla was tanking its stock and he had lost 4 billion overnight net worth. This guy, his wealth goes up and down like fucking Bitcoin, man. You know, he could be the richest guy in the world tomorrow, yeah, but in a year's time, he might not be. That's why he wants fucking all these cronies in the White House. Make sure he stays the richest man in the world.
Yeah, money usually like stays with money, doesn't it? But I mean, Annie stop saying like that. Money goes to money, or so old shite. It's one of those old sayings that poor people know. Money goes to money. Money keeps with money.
Yeah, well, it's the fallacy of the trickle down economy. You know, there's no such thing of a trickle down economy. It's like, well, if you let billionaires become billionaires, and all that money will trickle down. It's like, no, it trickles down to their children. That's about fucking it, man. You know, that is literally about it. I will have a look. Musk Dad. Musk Dad probably won't look up. Talk Sport, maybe. I mean, we watched it earlier on. It should be pretty fucking. How is that not automatically what comes up? Because we saw it earlier on. We're watching it earlier on. Jesus, man, how is this not automatically coming up? Just Talk Sport, maybe. Talk amongst yourselves, lads. You know, if you could.
It's the way football is now. Big businessmen, big money. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, gotta get it rinsed out the evil of the world. I mean, officially, but yeah, oh god, that'd be nasty. I mean, it'd be one of the L's Liverpool done in the last couple of years with other stuff. I mean, I'm not going to mention stuff. Oh, chance. Oh, post. Oh, that was Arsenal. Nearly. Martinelli was through. Hit the post. But yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Hang on. What's the score in the Arsenal game?
No, 0-0. Martinelli just hit the post.
0-0. Martinelli just hit the post. Hang on, where's my thing going? Wait, 1 second.
What are you doing up, Bright? The panel and chat, and you and JK and Lee. What did you think? I know I did ask earlier about Salah's response to Carragher.
What did Salah say to him?
So basically, obviously Carragher's been mentioning the whole situation, the whole contract thing, because Salah made his another comment again. Oh, as we check. Oh, sorry, no, the Arsenal chance. Sorry, about his contract being him talking, and then Salah obviously replied on Sky Sports. He said, "It seems that you're obsessed with me," and a wink emoji wink.
Ooh,
yeah. Again, it's all bad. Yeah, it seems that you're obsessed with me.
Nice little dig.
Yeah, it's a bit of banter anyway, because Sally doesn't take it too seriously. But yeah,
we haven't seen this Mo in a while, though, have we? Kind of out in the public, kind of engaged. Mo's always been very, haram, see you later. This kind of respectful kind of thing. I'm not gonna. This doesn't mean offend, but kind of. I know speaking no English. For the first 3 years where he spoke perfect English, he just
Yeah,
oh
he
no,
already spoke. Yeah, exactly.
right,
Well,
see you guys, see you guys. Good game, good game. See you. This kind of shit. It's like,
ooh,
yeah, he could have sat there and chatted with you all day, man. But he was
yeah,
just pretending not to have. But now he's getting a little bit more. We all know the famous one where he comes out the ground and everyone's like begging him for a quote, hoping he might even say hello when he walks over and gives him the scoop of the century.
yeah, yeah,
Just off the bat on the side of the street.
yeah.
Now having little digs at Jamie. I don't know. Do you like this new part of the culture? I know JK doesn't, but I think I can spot something in it that I do like in terms of when we came into like the 2000s and
Yeah.
cameras everywhere and all everything became so completely sanitized. Or that's what TV companies wanted. TV companies wanted them to be, don't say any controversial. So players would basically never say anything. And if they did, it was like, oh, it was a good game today. Hopefully we'll do better the next game. It was the same shit over and over again. And I think now, like, things move in cycles where people have kind of gotten bored of that, and younger people kind of prefer a little bit more of, what you would call banter now, where they actually kind of expect a little bit more. These players aren't robots. They actually like it a little bit more when a player comes out, maybe like has a playful little dig at that, like Carragher, which in a dressing room, it does. It's you get that happens 1,000 times a day, but it happens on TV. Like I think we've gotten to the stage now where it's good to see actually some of the players' characters are coming back out a bit more. Back in the day, they always used to be lunatics, and you couldn't point a camera at their face because you wouldn't know what they were going to say. Some of these guys, but now it's all media trained, media trained, media trained, media trained. Now I think the media have realized that what sells is quotes and clips from players. So let's get these guys talking. Let's engineer these little things. So you're starting to see maybe a kind of a newer version now where players are coming out and showing their personalities a little bit more. Is that something is that just me? I think you know, you had 20
Yeah.
years of players getting a microphone in front of them and go, oh, it was a great game, it was a good game. I thought we played well.
Basic
Manager's very good.
robotic answer.
Yeah, exactly. For like 20 years, like, so you just beat Real Madrid 5-0 in a cup final and you scored a hat trick. How are you feeling? Oh, it was a good game. Lads played well. Oh, credit to lads. Wasn't just me, credit to lads. It's just like, you used to get those guys. No personality in them whatsoever. Like, now you get a bit more of that back into the room. Let's see them. We don't think they're robots. Allow them to express themselves a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, it's true to a certain extent, so you're going to get these interesting takes and what people might think, etc. But I think Salah, I know it's probably a bit of a mini dig and banner, a bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
a bit of
again, banner, but in this instance, I think Carragher's right, if I'm honest. I can't be honest. I think Salah's just doing too much at the moment.
too much talking.
Yeah. I mean, once I didn't like it, and I said, "Throw it all right once," but now it's just like every minute, just back away the questions. Because, as I said, because you know that the club is negotiating with you, and you're not going to tell us the truth. So, see you later, Lee. All right, mate.
Yeah, no worries, Lee. Look, we'll have a look at this crack right before we.
Yeah,
we'll
go
have
for
a
it,
quick
bro.
look at this crack, right? So
Yeah, go for it.
There's much talk over in the USA that tech billionaire Elon Musk, we've been doing this show with you, we must try and get a hold of Musk and get him on, is in a bid to expand his power here in the UK, is reportedly looking to buy a football club. And that football club is Liverpool. Elon Musk's dad, Errol, joined the evening edition with Kate Borsey on Times Radio late last night. And the question was put to him, your boy, Elon, is he buying Liverpool?
Times Radio.
Does your son want to buy Liverpool Football Club?
Listen to that laugh.
I can't comment on that. They'll raise the price. I can't comment on that.
Yes or no? Come on, does he?
No,
has he expressed a desire?
Let's get back to Nigel.
Come on, Errol. Come on. Has he expressed a desire to buy Liverpool Football Club?
Oh, yes. Oh yes, but that doesn't mean he's buying it, So,
but it is in his sights. It is in his sights.
He would like to, yes. Obviously, anybody would want to, so would I.
But not everyone's got enough cash, have they, for that?
No.
Why Liverpool Football Club?
Well, his grandmother was born in Liverpool, and we have relatives in Liverpool, and we were fortunate enough to know quite a few of the Beatles because they grew up with us and my family and stuff, and so we're attached to Liverpool.
I'm not sure what to make of that. I mean, he's showing great interest in many things.
Elon Musk is a genius. He's also a loon as well. But notwithstanding that, he's a genius in certain respects. I mean, Liverpool Football Club is a big brand. Whether he's going to buy it or not is a different thing. I mean, ultimately, we're seeing him doing a dance in social media, whether it's taking a pot shot at Keir Starmer or Jess Phillips or whoever else he's making his observations about, or whether he's potentially having a go at Nigel, or whether he's going to put some money into reform or whatever else. I mean, there's an interesting dynamic there because he's not holding back on some of his opinions, and whether that should be right, whether it's an Orwellian state.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Basically. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with any of that shit.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that.
Power games and yeah,
He'd be on a thingy trip, like he can do what he wants. If he wants an X in the middle of the pitch, he'll go for it. Yeah. But I've not seen one fan yet from us guys who says, yeah, we want him,
Yeah, exactly. We were on Fozzie's show earlier on. I think we were all just, it wasn't even a question. It was just like how hilarious the whole idea was. Not even, and you ain't got anybody. Look, I'm sure there's always going to be somebody out there going, yeah, get the guy in. But like we said, if you said earlier, JK, the city doesn't match up, the city does not match up to the kind of guy he is. It's just not our vibe, as a club or as a people or as a city, for those who live there, as fans, if we know why Liverpool is slightly different to other clubs. All clubs are different to each other. Every club is different to another club, but if you know that one of the reasons why Liverpool is different to other clubs is because it's a socialist club, then you'll know that this kind of shit just ain't going to fly. It's all of the people out there that are online, on Twitter, they're like, get Elon in, because like we said earlier on, JK, they don't understand that he can't just come in and spend 200 billion on players or 300 million on players in January. We just, doesn't matter how much money he has. You just can't do that. The rules will stop you doing it. They just think he can come in and like do what do they think he's going to do? There's nothing you will get from this guy that would undo, God knows, the kind of trashing of the reputation that he would do to the club. We'd be a laughing stock to most people.
We don't need him. 100%.
No. Yeah, Isak ain't messing around this season, lads. Isak is absolutely not messing around this season.
Okay, I've got a question for you, Brian. Alvarez from Madrid or Isak from Newcastle? That's a good one.
Yeah, it was an interesting shout from Fozzie earlier on.
Yeah, that was mine. I just feel with the fee he went for, there would no way selling.
Yeah, that's the problem. Would I take him? Yes, all day, twice on Sundays. Right now, if Isak looks to be over the injuries, like he does look to be over the injuries, I mean, he always looked good, even when he came in, and then he missed a couple of games and be out. People, don't know about this guy, gets injured a lot. But when he plays, God, what a player, kind of thing. He's not staying there. I think we all know that. He ain't going to stay there. I'd go Isak, yeah. I would. Right now, I'd go Isak. But I might be concerned. Maybe Alvarez would actually fit a slot system better than Isak would. I don't know. I don't know. But right now, this guy is. It's not just he's hot property right now. He's been doing this for a while now. He's looked this good for quite a long time. There's a reason they spent 60 million quid on him. Yeah. That is a real tough one, man. That is a really, really tough one. Yeah, it's only because Fozzie threw it out there. I was like, geez, do you know what? Actually, he's a great shout for a player who would fit in our team, Alvarez. And what Fozzie was saying was kind of we could get Alvarez, Nunes plus a fee for Alvarez, or Nunes plus money for Alvarez. I thought it worked. We were talking about how I think Darwin suits Atletico Madrid perfectly. I think Alvarez would suit us perfectly. But that is not a deal. Like, you would have to be some kind of super genius to get that deal done. Convince them to sign him or sell him like barely like 5 minutes after he's bought him for 90 million. So yes, it'd have to be Isak for me.
Mm-hmm. Looks more realistic if it could happen. Isaac's on form fire this season. Wow.
Yeah, they spent 60 on him. So you're not getting him for less than like 85. Like, you're not getting it. They're not going to, oh, well, he wants to leave, but take our money back. No, man, he costs us 65 million. If you want to take him, you're going to give us a big chunk of money on top of that. You're talking at least 100 million quid for Isak, especially if he keeps going like this. Yeah, Julian Alvarez at Atletico. Fozzie was saying he would like to, in an imaginary world, a hypothetical world, get him from Atletico, which we all know wouldn't have because they just bought him for 90 million quid, as we said. But yeah, but that's thing, Bernie's a lot of talk about Arsenal want to buy him. You know, he's a very Arsenal player to me, but I don't know. I think he might have better offers from bigger clubs who have more chance of winning league titles than Arsenal do. I think he might be out of their reach now, other than the only thing, if they're the only club that comes in and offers 120. But if I was Isak, or if I was Isak's agent, I would not be advising him to go to Arsenal. Sorry, no chance. You know, you keep doing what you're doing at Newcastle, then you could probably have your pick. You know, Real Madrid, Barcelona, whoever. But actually, yeah, I don't think Arsenal will be. Arsenal will be almost a sideways move right now for a player like Isak. I wouldn't see that as career progression. And if you go there for like a huge amount of money, you're probably stuck there till you're 29. Because I think he's around 24 or 5 now. So if they were to buy him, that's basically the prime of your career. To go to a club that's done what in the last 20 years? Nothing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, for me, Isaac's age, if he's that age, yeah, man. Yeah. He's the guy.
Oh, I can look it up. If someone can confirm it before I look it up, I'll have a look. It shouldn't take too long. He's 25. He just turned 25, so he's 21, or well, he'll be 26 in September. So, coming to his prime. Yeah, Arsenal, is that where you're going? You come to England and show everybody how good you are, and now you want to go to the next step. Is Arsenal that next step? Come on, it can't be.
Yeah, exactly.
Not as an agent. I'm not saying to him, look, man, you've done this, and guess what? You've won the lotto. You've got to move to Arsenal. No, you want to move to Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Man City, Liverpool. I know, but not them. No way. Yeah, at that money, I could see us doing it if they wanted to pull the trigger. I don't think that fee would scare us. Not 150. Like, no, Psycho, no, not 150.
It's going to cost 100, I reckon.
Yeah, if we bid 110, 115 for Saicedo, I think the money is there if the deal is right. I don't think fees really scare us. We did it with VVD. We did it with Ali. We did it with Keita. I don't think fees scare us as much as it might look like they do. I think if it's like, this is the guy to go for, it's like, okay, spend the money. Like FSG kind of say, look, it's your choice. We employ you to run the club. If that's the money you have, you want to spend it, spend it. If he's your guy, spend it. If they identify him not 150, no way, no chance. Those days are totally like maybe 110, but I think we could do that. I don't think that would frighten us away. But look, I know you think differently. I know you don't think we're going to do that, but we're certainly not doing it in January. Certainly not doing it in January. But is there another striker out there? There's always a few every year, isn't there? So this year's flavor of the month is Cunha, João Pedro, and Isak. There'll be last season it would have been someone else, and someone else. But Cunha is putting up the numbers every week. João Pedro, I think he'd do a job for us. Would he be a needle mover for us? I don't know. Cunha, he could be really good for us. He's a real unknown quantity at the higher levels. So I think he's been sensational this season. But Isak, to me, we've seen him operate. It's not like Nunes has a good game against us in the Champions League for Benfica, and all of a sudden everybody falls in love with him and we buy him. Like we watch Isak now doing this week in, week out against the teams that we will be playing in the Premier League. Like what more kind of base evidence do you need? So if that's the guy that you want to go for, he's the one that I am writing the check for right now. 100%. I think he's over those injury problems that he had. Just normal stuff now. People are going to get them. 25, 6'4", quick, incredibly skillful, racking up goals, ready to step up to the next level, ready to do it. So if it isn't going to be with us, I think it'll be with someone else. But I'd love us to be at the head of the queue. Definitely.
Just to let you know, Brian, 1-0 Newcastle, Isak.
Yeah, we've just been waxing lyrical about
Oh,
him.
you've been waxing, yeah? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
No problem.
yeah. That's what we've been talking about. Yeah, but look, it's we don't want to add it on an odd hour, but there's only a few people in. Look, there wasn't a big crowd tonight. I think there's obviously games on and stuff, so maybe if we were on later, it might be different. But right now, I think it's quiet enough that just kind of let everybody go about their business. And Bernie, Red Armchair Psycho, some guy called JK in the chat. Everybody. We're going to say goodnight. We're going to say goodbye and enjoy the rest of the evening. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the evening.
Look forward to the game tomorrow. Roll call before the game. An hour before kickoff.
Oh God, yeah. Just in case, I will set that up. Just in case, yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you are here tomorrow. Yeah. What? Sorry, JK. Remind us, what time does the game kick off?
8. So it'll be 7 o'clock for the show.
Yep.
So 7 p.m. UK time, people. Yep. 7 p.m. UK time. Roll call. All the usual team news. Build up to the game. Perfect. Nice one. Okay, folks. Have a great night. Thanks, boys. See you all later.
Night.